it's time to open up to the audience for questions. Thank you for a very thought-provoking discussion. I don't think we've got much closer to the question of what a cafe will look like in Cafe 2020. What we do have is a broader understanding of just how diverse the industry is and just how many different factors there are. So these are really useful things to think about. Are there any questions? Yes?
Yeah, a couple of the key themes that have come through are, I guess, it being consumer-driven and creating this third place. I'm just interested on your thoughts about this trend which Michael was talking about serving alternative or brewing coffee in different ways and serving it that way. I just question, is that actually being consumer driven or is it being driven by the coffee geek owners? And therefore is that going to become too intimidating for your average punter who wants to find that third place?
Excellent. I reckon that's great. Bring that on, because that is then you've got the full gamut of operators in the industry, because if you've only got operators that operate a certain way, then there's no resistance, there's no build-up. So whether we like the fact that people talk about coffee like they talk about wine is okay, as long as they're there, as long as that's being talked about.
And coffee is already such a broad market that there's always going to be an extra niche to be found. When you've got coffee out of a tin at one end and $97 a kilo coffee poured slowly through a cold filter.
And that's after tea being eaten by a cat.
That's the $1,000 a kilo eaten by a cat coffee and pooped out.
So I mean, is that something that Citrine could have on its menu fairly soon?
Because if you fed them that and citronella,
I think too, I'm not sure, maybe Tracee and Stuart can answer this better than I, but I also think that you don't forget that these people are also running a business. You actually have to sell coffee. You know, I think that sometimes we get to that, you know, we'd like to see this and we'd like to see that, but at the end of the day, a coffee shop needs to sell coffee to survive, to sell food to survive. So to some degree, I think that, for example, with the competition aspect within the coffee industry, I think that's something quite different from the running a cafe and trying to be successful in that. There's a lot of people in the industry that's very focused on the competition side. I think that, you know, they're probably some of the ones that are probably also interested in the different ways of extracting coffee. And, I mean, I grew up on percolated coffee and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't see it with anymore. Really?
No.
Yeah, well, you've got to, it's too far from it's getting more rich.
Yeah, I think, well, in Northern Europe, a lot of people, they've gone to from like, you have percolators in home, they've gone to French press, they went to French press more than anything, so I don't know, I've been away from it for so many years, but that's what most Danish homes would have. But it was percolators, yeah, the filter coffee, yeah. But I just sometimes think that that's, you know how we're always looking for new things to do. So I think that's one of the things that came about, you know, the competition aspect, the brewing methods, the different machinery, all these sort of things. So we probably have clients that come and want to, like it forces us sometimes to think outside the square too, you know, like people come and want to do something, they have an idea or they want some machinery, you know, so I think it's all connected, but there is a big difference between the industry as in running a cafe trying to sell coffee, and then the other side of it, which is more probably where you get people that are interested in the specialty.
I think at the end of the day, though, whether it's the coffee geeks that get it all cranked up and get everyone excited about it, or just a coffee shop owner that wants to do something different, the consumer will still decide at the end of the day. You'll either have hordes of people flooding there for their siphon coffee or their percolator, whatever, or it'll be groovy and trendy for a month or two or six, and
and then it'll just go, we'll all go back to traditional espresso
And there's always going to be the coffee geek playing at the sharp end, seeing what they can create. I mean, things like the Clover, which was disappeared because they were bought. But machines to do coffee in a different way. People are very inventive. When you've got a product that's as high value as coffee, it's always going to be a happy playground.
Yeah, until someone gets
It's all fun until somebody loses it.
Yes.
It's not so much a question as an observation. Going back to what we're talking about McDonald's and Dawn, I think they've just got very clever marketing, and the people that go there aren't really, like you have people who drink BB and Chardonnay, but you have people who would never drink BB and never drink Chardonnay, and it's a completely different customer. It's a completely different customer, and just their marketing is very clever because the food's not great and then it's a coffee. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And they've subverted the imagery and the language of social coffee. If you look at Nescafe, which is possibly the most horrible substance I've ever tried in my life,
I agree with that.
they have taken that social coffee advertising further and better than anyone else. They ran a campaign a few years ago that was basically a soap opera story over 2 years, where this progression of this woman from being all alone and finally meeting this guy all around this crappy coffee. Fantastic
Keep
ads.
the emotions at
Absolutely amazing campaign around this crappy product. Now, it's like hallelujah. There we go.
And Makona do something very similar at the moment. The girl that goes in and buys all the coffee, and then eventually she lights the way for him to go and have a meet up with her with the candles in the jars. You know, he collects the jars for whatever reason, and she makes a pathway of empty Makona jars with the little candles. But I would say Makona is better than Nescafe.
I was just thinking about you when you said that the little. What about the pods? Like we haven't even touched on the pod system.
Yeah, but that's all. That's like we've gone one extreme from the way it's produced to the just give me the old coffee machine. But that's just that extreme. Yes.
I do have another question, sorry. Do any of the cafe owners here offer a filter coffee, or is it all espresso? Yeah. Because I just wondered.
I'm not sure if we could maintain the price that we want to.
Yeah. But even, I don't know why I keep thinking about McDonald's. Years ago you could only ever get filter coffee in McDonald's. Now they've gone into this, whatever they brand it. What's it called? What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh,
just
yeah.
say they advertise it.
Yeah, that's it.
Baristas.
Something.
AKA
The 100%.
Yeah, I think they had to do that because apparently Australians have business meetings and meet at McDonald's.
But here we go. We take the meat out of McDonald's, but I reckon that they sell more coffee than most.
Oh, of course, because of the volume.
Yeah, that's true.
So whether it's the tradies market, okay, Muzbuzz tried to take on the tradies market. I don't think they've been successful. But the comment we're making before you asked the question about Dome and other brand McDonald's. Let's just straight off, let's not be deceived by a company facade. Just because there is a company trading, does that mean that they are trading with a future or trying to get themselves out of shit? What I'm saying is we are always looking at these models that we think are working, but within a year or two, they crumble.
Yeah.
So we're looking at so really, are there any models that have really worked the test of time? Dome is a model that Starbucks originally going back. Dome, yes, Chino to go. So in the coffee market, and that's the good thing is that creates that circle of big guy, small guy, and a dog coming through. So I just wanted to say, let's not be deceived by who we think are the big players and who aren't.
Do you have a final question before we...
I guess thinking ahead to 2020, your thoughts on the number of cafes in Perth? I think we already have a very high per capita number of cafes. Will that continue, or do you think on the coffee front it might be more consumption at home as opposed to going out? Crystal ball?
I don't think
I don't think that. No, I don't think so. But because our blocks of land are getting smaller and we need to go somewhere,
Yeah,
somewhere
and I
else.
think going out to a coffee shop is more of an experience. We can all drink coffee at home, but it's actually a sense of occasion when you go out and have coffee.
Yeah.
We've been evolving into a coffee culture, and I don't think we'll evolve away from that.
Maybe one of the things that's
Mind you, there's a lot of people who have their own little espresso machines at home. There's a big market for that people want to be seen to be being as good as a restaurant and or a cafe. I think that the media in the last few years about restaurants and cooking at home and the mass food media that we've had makes people want to make their home into a restaurant and be able to offer their friends when they come around an espresso or a latte. Or there is an element of that, but I think that we'll always be going forward.
I wonder if cafes will increasingly become home offices as well, because as people work from their computer, particularly if the cafe has free Wi-Fi, then it's an easy place to sit and conduct meetings.
That's an interesting question. Wi-Fi in cafes. Should Wi-Fi be in cafes? Should we be promoting that stuff?
Absolutely.
Timed Wi-Fi. When people get access, they get access for half an hour.
Which time?
Yeah, yeah. So
Then it's something that computers, etc., that kids sort out.
yeah.
And there is a big push for that Wi-Fi in cafes.
I think too people are going to think more outside the box. So I think people are going to start to think, where do people stop in their busy lives? Like where do we get people that are constantly on the move? So I think that this is just an example. I think a laundromat might become a cafe one day. You know, that's just an example. You know, if you think about the amount of people that need to go to a laundry, I think somebody's going to think of some great cafe while they're doing their